environmental standpoint, sustainability means that we are leaving what we're stewarding better tomorrow by what we're doing today.
Westervelt is involved in lots of different resources, forest being one of them, minerals, and water, and wildlife, and sustainability is important in all those areas.
The company's commitment to managing forest resources is one of the things that made me happy to be here.
The Forestry Division was created June 1st, 1948, and it was our second President and CEO, Mildred Westervelt.
She was very forward-looking. She was, an industrialist at heart, but also a conservationist. And she recognized the importance of the natural resources in the supply chain for the forest product sector.
She knew that it was important for our paper mill to have sufficient feedstock, and the way to do that was to own the timberland.
And I think that's what led to the development of the forestry program, is this foresight that there was going to be this need for continued productive forests, both then and in the future.
Good forestry provides a supply of wood to the mill. Also, it's just her and her father's desire to be a good steward of the land.
It shows that the company was doing the right thing in the forest and for the ecology before it got to be the green thing of today. So, and I think that is big for the family, because they wanted to be justified that they were doing the right thing all these years, and that's their number one goal. John has told me on a couple of occasions, I don't care if we make money as long as we don't do anything to hurt the environment and we keep our employees safe.
We have 615,000 acres of timberland that we currently manage. Also, we have a lodge in West Alabama called the Westervelt Lodge.
The property that Westervelt Lodge is on is really more important than the lodge itself. It's a really nice piece of property.
It was a beautiful place, lots of big, pretty hardwoods, a really large area which helps in management and also in having people enjoy it.
It has high productivity timber and a high quality of resource for wildlife, in our case, deer and turkey.
Ray Redmond was the first wildlife biologist hired by an forest industry company.
Ray Redmond, back 50 years ago, helped reintroduce white-tailed deer to areas in Alabama. He also did the same thing with wild turkey. And now today that's a large business for our company and other companies within the industry.
And I think Ray brought the professionalism of the wildlife community to managing Westervelt's wildlife resources.
They just had a heart for the land, and they wanted to do things right, and it made it an easy place to come and pour yourself into.
A tree is a really good analogy for the long-term sustainable approach that we take. When you plant a tree, often you don't have the luxury of sitting in the shade of that tree during your lifetime. I like to tell people I both figuratively and literally looked up to foresters my entire life.
I don't have a typical day. Mainly I wake up and want to put out the hottest fires.
I like the outdoors. And I started here and I like the freedom, being out in the woods.
Whether it be going to a logging job, setting up a track, cruising the track, fighting with markets to help get rid of my wood. 9 times out of 10, I'm going straight to the woods in the morning.
When I first started here, I didn't think I was going to be here this long. It wasn't even on my mind of staying here this long. And to be here for 40 years, it's awesome.
Just really enjoyed the outdoors and the aspect of being in forestry. It was always the area of the company that I enjoyed the most.
Forestry is essential to everything we do. At the end of the day, this company's core is the timberland base in west central Alabama, and everything we do radiates out from that. Mildred's vision in acquiring that land base and setting up management of it really became the legacy of the company, but it's also the future of the company.
It was like a family. I mean, obviously a family owned the company, and that kind of cascaded through the organization.
I felt like we had a lot of opportunities to care for the resource, both timber and the wildlife.
Sustainability is important in all those areas, that we continue to have those things, so my children, my grandchildren, great-grandchildren will always be able to enjoy the beauty of the natural resource that exists around us.
We're never going to stray away from forestry. Again, it's the lifeblood of this company, it's the core of the portfolio, it's the core of everything we do, and everything that we've built around it radiates from that forest asset. My intent is that we would continue to grow that land base over time, both within the areas that we currently are, but also in adjacent areas. I want us to continue leading cutting-edge research and cutting-edge silvicultural practices and cutting-edge environmental techniques. I want us to be seen as the most environmentally efficient forest manager in the sector.
How great a place it is to work and really make a difference within not just the community, but within the environmental impact that we have. We have a story to tell, and I really think it's time for us to begin to tell that story.